There's been yet another attack on an ICE facility, this time in Dallas, Texas. There's quite a bit to this story, so let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about a sniper shooting into a Dallas, Texas ICE facility, hitting 3 people, and I think they all may have passed away. And before I continue, may they rest in peace and prayers out to the family. The shooter is also gone. I believe he did himself. Now, there's so much here. First of all, this has become a pattern, and it's become a predictable pattern. Anytime there's an ICE facility or an ICE raid or anything like that, there are people there to disrupt, to hurt, to do something that's going to be against the mission of trying to keep this country safe. Okay. And a lot of them are the same kind of guy. A lot of young white guy, as this one is, probably on the internet too much, copying the previous person. It has become a pattern. I'm not sure what can be done to prevent the pattern from happening, but something must be done. And I think there is a big coordination behind this that we don't know. First of all, let's look at an article right quick, okay? Remember this one, this is a different attack, but the key and why I'm bringing it up is because it's in a Dallas-Fort Worth metro area. This is in Alvarado, Texas. Remember that? Where they shot at least one agent because they made up some type of ruse to draw them outside of the facility. And then there were snipers who opened fire on the agents, okay? That was in Alvarado, and that was pretty recently. This article right here is from Monday, but of course the incident happened before that. But you got 6 women who were arrested for it. We can see the mugshots right there. Usual suspects, okay? We knew exactly how they were going to look, okay? Now, this is the current attack that happened, and you can see this. Sniper dead after shooting 3 ICE detainees. That's right. Rather than shooting the agents, which would have been just as bad, he shot the detainees. He shot the actual illegal aliens, immigrants, migrants, whatever you want to call them themselves. And I think he ended all of their lives. First I read, they said that they were critical. Then I saw that they were 2 deceased. Now I'm seeing different reports that all 3 of the ICE detainees, the migrants, are dead. And again, may they rest in peace and prayers out to their family. We on the right don't say to end their lives. We just say, hey, send them back home. But some of these people are so crazy and so unhinged, they'll do a thing to try and quote unquote protest ICE, which ends up just hurting people that they say they want to protect. Again, a pattern, predictable. Everybody knows how it goes. And that's the guy right there who is the shooter. And now he's dead. Okay. His name and everything, I don't know. I'll probably find that out. I'll link to it in the box for you guys so you're able to see that. Okay. Now I also saw a picture of him on the roof, dead, head blown off or whatever. Clearly I'm not going to show that on YouTube, but it's available out there if you want to see it. And I can't put it on the website either. That's a little bit too much for that, but you can find it if you want. Now, this is Gavin Newsom. I'm not quite sure when this video was recorded, but I want you to just listen to what he's saying. And this right here at the bottom is a picture from the scene. I've seen that on quite a few different websites. So I kind of, fact checked it, and you can see what it says right there on the bullet, anti-ICE. Okay. Anti-ICE. So there's no, discussion about what's going on. You can see what's happening. You're writing stuff on the bullet. It's writing stuff on the magazine, a sniper shooting the ICE facility, young white male. It's the same old pattern, but let's see what Gavin Newsom said that relates to this.
ICE, unmask. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of?
What are you afraid of, huh? Well, maybe there's a bunch of violent, dangerous people that people like you want to support, that people like you want to ignore, that people like you embolden with your rhetoric, and they have ICE agents in their crosshairs. So maybe they don't want to reveal their identity because they don't want these people to come try to snipe them at their house. Okay, just maybe that's what's going on because, again, of guys like you, Gavin Newsom, who were going to stoke the flames and pump out that negative rhetoric that puts them in danger. I'm just saying, just maybe that's the reason why they keep the mask on. Now, speaking about that, this is going to be, make sure I'm saying the right thing, Dallas, Texas ICE facility director Okay. This is Dallas, Texas ICE facility director. He's saying, look, calm it down because things are dangerous. Let's watch.
An officer in North Texas for your support. This is the second time I've had to stand in front of you and talk about a shooter at one of my facilities. And I think that the takeaway from all of this is that the rhetoric has to stop. There are people out there who are seeing what is being placed online, and they're coming and they're doing acts of violence against ICE employees. So that's kind of all I have for today, is that it's just got to stop. It's dangerous, and people are losing their lives. Thank you.
Thank you all so much for coming.
An officer.
Very simple. Very simple. Regular people, average people, understand that what he's saying is common sense. But unfortunately, a lot of these so-called big brain people who think they know everything tend to abandon common sense for their own political purposes. Things that don't help the common everyday American citizen. This is going to be ABC News talking about it. Let's check it out.
This is an ABC News special report.
Hi, I'm Diane Macedo. We are coming on the air with breaking news. Multiple people are dead after a shooting at a Dallas ICE field office this morning. I spoke with acting ICE Director Todd Lyons just moments ago. Here's what he had to say about the situation.
It appears to be a sniper from an elevated position. Initially 3 individuals were shot. We do have multiple fatalities. All ICE agents and officers at the location are accounted for right now. It's still an active scene. From what we know, the shooter died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Dallas Police Department and the Texas Department of Public Safety have been great help to secure the scene. So it's still active right now in the sense that we're still trying to learn more why this happened, anyone else is involved, and just really securing the area and making sure our people are safe.
The Department of Homeland Security's Secretary Kristi Noem said in a statement that the shooter's motive is unknown. The director says it appears the suspect shot from a sniper position. Our coverage continues on ABC News Live and abcnews.com, and we will have a complete wrap-up on World News Tonight with David Muir.
Now, of course, they have to say they don't know why they did this. They don't know what the motive is. They got to say that because they got to do their investigation and really figure it out, get down to the bottom of it. But if I'm a betting man and I'm just guessing, if you say, hey, ABO, what do you think? What's your opinion about what's going on here? What do you think the motivation is? I think it's pretty clear to anybody who's been paying attention. These people are against ICE. They don't want ICE to do the immigration raids. They want them to back off. And they're being fueled by rhetoric from mainstream media. A lot of your leftist politicians, they say all these negative, hateful things against ICE, Trump, anybody on that side. So, of course, there are going to be some people who get a battery put in their back and they're going to go out there and commit acts of violence. Really, it's acts of terrorism because the purpose is political. You're doing these acts to intimidate people, to prevent them from going out there and doing a job that you don't like. It's a pattern. It needs to come to an end. And the first place where we can make a really big difference is in the rhetoric of the politicians, because that is what is fueling them to go out there and do stuff like this. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your opinion about this shooter out there in Dallas, Texas, a sniper shooting and possibly ending the lives of 3 migrants, 3 illegal aliens, immigrants, whatever you want to call them? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. It's really, really sad. And again, rest in peace to those who died. Prayers out to their family. I don't wish harm on anybody. It's just, hey, you got to follow the law. If I break the law, punish me in accordance with the law, period. If you break the law, whether you're here legally or illegally, you should be punished in accordance with the law. Now, being punished in accordance with the law for coming into the country illegally does not mean you get executed. So I don't support that at all 100%. I support them being sent back to the country of origin. Why is that such a bad thing? It's a bad thing in the minds of many because they've been brainwashed to believe it. They've been brainwashed into believing that illegal entry into the country is totally fine. Nowhere else in the world is that okay. Nowhere else in the world do you see this kind of activity happening behind the migrants. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.